Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Joel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Matt.
I'm Lauren.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. To start off this morning, we are getting a plant order together for one of our customers. It's actually the wholesaler where we pick up all of our produce. They have a plant order which we are getting together.
Basil, eggplant, and plum. Okay, I need 6 flats of Revolution from right there. We'll just start on that side.
We got finished getting everything ready for that order, and then Dad, Daniel, and Joel hopped in the truck and they went back to the fields. They're getting started with transplanting this morning, and I'm getting this greenhouse watered. I just got out to the fields with the truck. I have 2 water tanks on there. They already brought one down. We bring water tanks down so that we don't have to drive back and forth to fill up with water. Water is very important when you're using a water wheel transplanter, so we try and save time by having a few tanks filled up. Like, for example, this tank right here. We have 3 of these that we use. We are gonna try and do our best to get all of our peppers planted today. We're not sure if we're gonna be able to finish. It is going to be raining this afternoon around 3 or 4 o'clock. So we're gonna try and get it all finished before then. Hopefully we can. Otherwise, I think Dad might make me work out in the rain. I don't wanna work in the rain. Right now, Joel and Daniel are working on a variety called Iberia. It is a long hot pepper. We're gonna be finishing off our hot pepper varieties today and moving on to our sweet peppers. And we're gonna try and get finished with planting the peppers today. We're not sure if it's gonna happen. Hopefully the rain will hold off this afternoon. Yeah, it's raining. My dad asking if it's raining from inside the cab. He said he thought his arm was starting to get wet.
On a hot day, a nice shower is always good. But it's not hot today. It's gonna be hot tomorrow though. So I'm glad the plants are getting a little bit of a drink. Besides what we're giving them.
I needed a shower anyways.
Daniel, did you remember to bring out the soap?
I thought you were supposed to get the soap.
Got our hot pepper varieties over here, sweet pepper varieties over here. And we have to be careful with that because there are pepper varieties that look very similar, like the hot wax and sweet banana. They're almost identical when it comes to their color. Even when they mature and their color starts to change, it's hard to tell them apart. So we just like to make sure that sweet peppers are over here, hot peppers are over there. Now, as I'm walking behind, I am helping the boys out. If they need a tray moved or they need a tray put in place, I'll do that for them. When they empty a tray, I take it away. Now, over here, as they're planting, I'm trying to keep an eye out. If I see one that they didn't get pushed down correctly, maybe because of a rock or another reason, I push that down. Because if you don't get these roots pushed down into the soil, well, these plants are gonna dry out and die the next day. So that's why we need to make sure we get them pushed down. That is where the water becomes so important because the water sucks the plant fast to the soil, making sure that those roots are in a good position to grow. That's why that water is so helpful. To give you an understanding of what's going into all of this planting, every 6 rows is the equivalency of a mile, well, a little over a mile. And we're planting about 5,000 plants an hour. It really helps you to understand how much goes into this and how much planting we actually do. There's a lot going on here. We finished off our Cubanelle peppers and now we are on to our Italianelle. They're both a green frying pepper. I believe the Italianelle have a thicker skin. They're one of my favorite peppers. They get a nice dark deep red color to them, and that's what we're working on planting right now. We just got one of our wagons completely unloaded, so once we're done we can get this out of here. We got all the other peppers left on that wagon, and we're finishing off. This is the last Italianelle. So after we're done with the Italianelles, we're gonna be moving on to bell peppers. Did you know Joel was a man of science?
No. He sure can handle a water hose though. Joel, make sure you get these lids on. I don't want water splashing in my tractor.
Sure thing, Brian. I wouldn't want you to get wet.
Are you happy he's looking out for you now?
About time.
You suckers are filth.
How are we feeling about transplanting, Joel?
Yeah, you know, not much has changed. Just missed 2. Gonna leave 3 there for you. Just leaving it for you, buddy. Thank you.
Sometimes as we're going out through here, there's rocks that stop the water wheel transplanter from making holes. So then it's my job to fill in the holes. It is now lunchtime back at the farm, but before we head back, Joel is filling up the tanks with water. We're also gonna put some plants on the planter so that we're ready to go when we come back. Alrighty, let's see. What are we having for, ooh, we are having chip venison for lunch. And what is this, broccoli cheddar cheese soup?
No.
What is that?
Spinach artichoke.
Oh my goodness, that's spinach and artichoke dip, if anyone was curious. I was totally messed up.
Orange in this oddball flat, Daniel.
It's yellow, yellow.
So when you're planting,
We are back out in the field and we are loading up different colored peppers. For example, our purple bell, white bell, yellow bell, and even our small lunchbox peppers. So now we've got our planter all loaded up and we're ready to get going again. When you have the boys sitting on the back of the transplanter and the water tanks are full, you have to be very careful because the 100 does wheelies.
You ready, Daniel? I don't think he's ready.
Right now we are planting something called a lunchbox pepper. You may have seen them. I think the whole thing is you can take them in a lunchbox. They only get about this big, and they look like tiny little bell peppers. They come in yellow, orange, green,
And red.
They look really, really neat. Just finished off the lunchbox peppers, and now they're back on to planting Italianelle. We just moved on to white bell, so things are going along quickly. One big problem, those storms are moving along faster than we thought, and we can feel the front coming in because the wind has really picked up. We all got alerts on our phones about possible tornadoes in the area. We were just discussing, I've only ever seen like 1/2 tornado in the sky. We don't get a lot of tornadoes because we're down in a valley that's surrounded by mountains. The only way tornadoes can get in here is if they form in here. However, we can't see that mountain over there anymore. The storms are coming and it's not gonna be nice around here. So we're gonna try and get everything planted today. We've got about 2 more rounds of plants left. So we're gonna try and get them all finished today.
No. Yep.
Well, it started raining. We got about 2 more rows to do. Maybe 2.5, we're not sure yet. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say about that, but it's raining.
I love it.
So, we got a little wet. A lot of wet. It poured like crazy, but we got everything planted. Even though we got rained on, we're happy we were able to finish. Now I just want to go home and get out of these clothes. Something that makes me a little happier is I know the vegetables appreciate this rain. And isn't that what it's all about? Making sure the vegetables are okay? Yeah, that's what it's all about. All right, Joel, give your wife a hug.
No.
You want a hug?
I refuse to. Nope, we're good.
This is how they treat us after a long, hard day at work. Oh, that's what we like to see. They'll hug each other. Oh, look who's coming with the Veggie Funkle. Oh, look who's excited. I went up to the house and I got changed. I got into some comfy warm clothes and came back down and we just got the farm market closed up. And now that the farm market is closed, we're gonna be heading up to the house. All right, yeah, everybody. I came up to the house and Callie was eating dinner. And what in the world happened to you? Oh, but anyway, it's date night, guys. As you can see, oops, sorry, honey. There is no food on the table. So first things first, clean the baby up, and then we're gonna get some food. And that means this is where we're gonna end the video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Who's a dirty little baby? Who's got foods all over her?